What's the volume of electrolytes I need to be taking in to maintain my level of power output?
What exactly is Nightworks?
Is it best to use H3O before, during, or after I race?
We're talking about nutrition before a run, before a swim, before a bike, whatever you might be doing, any kind of physical activity. It's very important whether you're training or you're competing, you need nutrition. You need fuel in your engine, right? Because your bodies are like race cars. So very important. The morning of your workout or your competition, what you want to do is have Formula One shake, protein, vitamins, minerals, the right amount of calories. I recommend having it in some water and putting in some fruit in, like a banana, some berries. Great, because you get some protein and some carbohydrates. Now, so that's 2 hours before you might be doing a run, let's say a marathon or a swim. Now, 30 minutes before you're actually doing your competition or you're doing your exercise, I'm recommending liftoff or NRG or herbal concentrate, because there's a little bit of caffeine in here, about 75 milligrams, much less than a cup of coffee. Easy, simple, within 30 minutes before competition, you're gonna feel some support during your exercise. Now, during the exercise, let's say you're out there running, say you're running the LA Marathon, okay? We're here in Los Angeles, or you're doing a triathlon like today. You're gonna need some fluid during your exercise. If you're cycling, you're gonna need H3O in your water bottle, or if you're running, you're gonna wanna have H3O on the run. So H3O is important because it's carbohydrate. It's like putting the gasoline in your car. So healthy carbohydrate during the run, and then let's say you finish, you're tired, you're not really hungry, but you gotta have some nutrients. Afterwards, what I'm recommending, another shake. And this should be done within 30 minutes after you finish running or biking or swimming, whatever you're doing, because that's when your muscle tissue is very hungry for nutrients. So basically, to recap, the morning of, let's say 2 hours before you exercise, have a shake. 30 minutes before you exercise, lift off, NRG or herbal concentrate. During the exercise, throughout your exercise, every 15 minutes, having about 1 small cup of H3O, about 8 ounces. And then, of course, after you finish, within 30 minutes, going to make sure you have another shake. I'm recommending you make it in milk. And let's say you're driving home. Let's say you live in San Diego. You got to drive 2 hours away. Have a little protein bar. It's going to give you a nice protein snack. So this is great because it's all the products you need. It's complete for your nutrition, whether it's race day, whether it's just a good workout in the gym. And there you have it. Total nutrition for your personal engine. How's that sound?
Good. I have a question though.
Yes.
Why would you use water with the shake when most proteins say take with milk, take with milk?
It's a great question. So usually before exercise, a lot of athletes are a little bit intolerant to milk. So I usually recommend have some water. They put some carbohydrates, some healthy fruit. That's what I'm saying. Maybe put some fresh berries, strawberries, blueberries, a banana. Add some stuff in there that's going to give you some extra carbohydrate, but that's not going to give you the lactose. A lot of athletes don't like having milk sugar before they exercise, particularly on like a long run or a bike or a swim. It feels like a lot of people feel like it doesn't digest well. So the water beforehand, but I do prefer milk after the exercise. I think it's important.
Now, I know H3O is not just for hydration, it also has antioxidants in it. Why are the antioxidants important for exercise?
Well, that's a great question as well, because we did a clinical study at UCLA using one of our other products called Nightworks. And the Nightworks had some type of an antioxidant benefit on exercise. We're not really sure why, we just know that it actually showed people could exercise further until exhaustion. So antioxidants are very important. They protect what we call free radical damage in the body. And that's happening every time you exercise. You're always creating free radicals and they're damaging some of the tissue. And you create your own natural antioxidants in the body, but if you ingest them in a food or a product, it's even better. It helps supports the body.
Gotcha. So H3O is not just going to be lower sugar than the leading competitors, but it also has antioxidant benefits, which is going to be really good for long workouts and triathlons.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And H3O also has magnesium. If you know some of our big competitors, you watch those TV commercials and they're having something to drink and the colors are filling up in someone's body, those are electrolytes. That's sodium, that's potassium, and that's magnesium. You need to have all those things, but magnesium is key, and we actually have more magnesium than our leading competitors. So sodium, potassium, and magnesium, those three together, very important.
Okay. And one more question. Why
Sure.
would we recommend the same thing to every athlete? Like, I understand why a sprinter would want something so lightweight, but other athletes sometimes emphasize that they might need more calories, that
Right.
isn't going to be enough energy. Why is it the same plan for multiple sports?
It's a great question because you have to think about each athlete is sort of like a race car. So we use this analogy a lot in Herbalife. You know, put fuel in your race car. So whether you have a Mini Cooper and you're driving on a long ride, let's say on a road trip for 6 hours, or if you have a big 18-wheeler that uses a lot of fuel, basically you have to have fuel in every engine. So every engine uses gasoline. And the gasoline that we put in our bodies is carbohydrates, and the gasoline is also fats, it's also protein. So these three basic macronutrients are for all athletes. Everyone uses the same type of gasoline, just different types of engines may require a little bit more, a little bit less. And then we personalize based on those recommendations. So you mentioned a sprinter. A sprinter is probably not going to need, let's say, as much sugar. They may need a little bit more protein because they're muscle tissue. They might carry more muscle. Out here, we're doing an endurance event. You have a lot of runners that are coming in right now, a lot of lean athletes. They might need actually more carbohydrate, and that's why we're adding some fruits or some even juice to some of the shakes. And the H3O, as he was asking, is a carbohydrate product.
Okay.
So it's a very important question. We personalize based on the athlete, and that's an important thing. Great questions, you guys.
Now, I thought Nightworks was only for at night, hence the name. So
Right.
I hear a lot about taking Nightworks before a workout. What does it do for, endurance athletes?
Right. Well, Nightworks is basically 3 amino acids. One's called arginine, one's called citrulline, one's called taurine. And arginine and citrulline have been shown to support the production of a gas called nitric oxide. It sounds kind of weird, a gas in the body. It's actually a gas that opens up and supports the circulation so that during exercise they're getting healthy blood flow to the muscles, and also they're getting that lactic acid out of the muscle tissue. You know that feeling when you guys have been running a long time?
Fatigue.
Your legs are fatigued and heavy? That's lactic acid buildup. Whenever you have an athlete that you're working with, give them some basic information. A shake the morning of their exercise. Very important, maybe 2 hours before they exercise. Then within 30 minutes before they exercise, a little healthy caffeine. Lift off, we like NRG, we like herbal concentrate. Then during their exercise, you want to have a healthy carbohydrate. There's a lot of leading competitors. We think ours is the best, of course. And of course, afterwards, within 30 minutes after you finish exercising, having a shake. It's going to be great for recovery.